not in your favor.
Yeah.
Damn. What's so funny?
That was Damn.
I can't say nice.
Why?
That was hilarious.
Why is that funny?
I don't know. Like,
but that's how I felt.
But if I wrote that scene, that's exactly how it would have played out.
Yep.
Damn. Yes. Well, your issues resolved.
The issues resolved me.
They resolved.
It's not in my favor.
Damn. It's like the kid with the Vans, right? What was his
Damn, Daniel.
Damn.
Welcome to the Brad and Squeeze Show, where we answer immigration questions, folks. Just in case you're wondering what this is.
I forgot his friend's name. It was
It's
Daniel.
a radio show called
Damn.
Brad and Squeeze. We answer immigration questions here by the attorney Bradford H. Bernstein, Esquire.
Yes.
Let me add that. And you may call 1-800-529-5465. We're going to jump right into it right now. I'm in serious mode today for many reasons.
Yeah, but you know what's so funny?
No.
Nobody else is.
1-800-529-5465.
If you can't laugh at yourself, Mr. Squeeze,
then you can't laugh at Donald Trump.
Then you can't laugh with anybody else, including Donald Trump.
Remind me when you are in these modes, which it will happen.
Oh, yes, probably Monday at night.
You know,
I will be in that mode.
It will happen.
Monday at night, I will be in that mode.
And I will be like, yeah, you've got to smile.
As I'm a Survivor points out.
Yeah.
Final hurrah of the week. It is the final hoorah.
Yep.
Right. So after it was not found in your favor, did you yell, hoorah?
I did yell.
What did you yell?
Oh,
what expletives have you used so far today?
Well, the FCC does not allow me to use them.
They do not allow
on
you
the
to
air.
use them.
In emojis, what
emojis would you why don't you tell me the emoji you feel like right now?
Definitely not.
Not the eggplant with raindrops.
Hell no.
You don't feel like that.
That's the best emoji.
Which one? The dancing woman in the red dress?
That's like on a scale of 1 to 10, she's a 10 every time.
Yeah, but you can't as a man ever give a dancing woman emoji. That only comes from as a woman.
All the time.
Yes, you can.
Yeah?
Yes, yeah, Brad, you gotta...
I don't give a dancing woman emoji.
1-800-529-5465.
Do you give like
the... That's 1-800-LawLink.
Do you ever give the Saturday Night Fever, disco guy emoji?
No.
That's a little... That doesn't do it for you.
It's the dancing woman. I don't need anything else.
You don't need anything else.
She's top of the line.
She's top of the line.
What's better than a woman?
But that's how Squeeze feels right now.
Yeah.
Squeeze feels more like...
The emoji with the bandages around his head and the
That's
thermometer.
That's exactly what it is. Exactly. The one with the bandages.
The bandages. What, do you feel like the one that's green? Do you feel that way? Green, when the one that he's like this...
No,
but a little greenish.
It's the chocolate ice cream with the eyes. That's how Squeeze is feeling right now.
Did anybody ever put the chocolate ice cream with the eyes?
I've sent it to
followed it with the eggplant.
No, I've sent the chocolate ice cream to people before I knew what it was. Okay, thinking it was ice cream.
You thought it was chocolate ice cream.
Way back when.
You thought it was chocolate ice cream.
Well, yeah, with emojis. I sent it to people.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go out for some chocolate ice cream. Boom.
Text your daughter, hey, some father-daughter time, chocolate ice cream.
Dad, do you know what that means? No. All right.
Yeah. Squeeze, by the way, did not like the photo yesterday, the meme from yesterday.
You didn't like it?
He did not like it. There was an email.
There was an email.
And the email said that why is the black guy carrying all the stuff?
And you weren't carrying anything.
Wait a second. But then I looked at it, and then I said, wait a second. It's the black guy is sitting in, like, some sort of cart holding stuff, and it's the white guy pushing the black guy holding all... It's the white guy doing all the work.
Yeah, and also neither one's doing a very good job.
No, because everything's like falling, and everything's
if you check, his hands are not even on the truck. It's a remote control.
Now, basically what it was is that he was so goddamn heavy I had to let go. I think that's what happened.
In no way does this relate to our law firm. We do amazing work here.
Yes, we do. Thank you very much.
Equal opportunity law firm, of course.
Thank you very much, yes.
1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Do remember that you can call us now. We're ready with your
Excuse me. Can you come in any more loud? Can you slam the door any louder?
As an empress, I have to make my presence known.
I see that.
It sounds like me telling Freddie, like Freddie didn't show up for work one day, and someone just called up at about 1 o'clock and said, Freddie, come over. I called the office. Come over to Brad's office. He wasn't there. Nobody knew where he was. No, he didn't, and he did not communicate with anyone.
That's right.
Finally we got in touch with him. Yeah, I was working. Where from? I was working.
Where?
Checked his Snapchat. It was working from his Mercedes.
Freddie's a genius.
He's getting paid that well. He can afford a Mercedes.
No, he just doesn't show up for work.
What is he a genius
unless you call him?
But that's why he's a genius.
Why is he a genius?
Because 9 times out of 10, his system probably worked. Just don't call in. And they think you're there at work that day.
Yes.
I wonder how many of your employees just don't show up for work you don't even know.
Well, we have a time system.
At least everyone here,
we have what's called a clock in, clock out. So you have to clock in.
You're running a factory here?
No, but you have to. No, but at least we know when you're in the office and when you leave the office. Right? Even the empress has to do that.
Even an empress has to sign in and out.
Sign in and out.
On the clock.
Even though she's her own boss. I'm kidding.
See, so that's how we know when people show up to work. I mean, I can't possibly walk around and see who's here and who's not here every day. How would I know? I mean, I guess I could, but I'm not like taking attendance.
Dude, I haven't been able to get on your thing.
Don't worry about it. It's on a need-to-know basis. Let's go to Felix. Felix. What's that?
Yeah.
Felix.
Hello.
Mr. Unger, yeah.
Okay, I have an immigration question.
Absolutely.
What happened is, a couple of years ago, I did file for my daughter, and she's back home in St. Lucia, but she never came up for the interview. And after that, they end up closing the case. Is it possible that
wait, what happened when she what happened when she didn't come up for the interview?
They closed the case.
Because you did not complete the case.
No, but everything was, she just had to come up for the interview so she could get her green card.
Where was the interview?
Right there in New York.
You couldn't file for her interview in New York if she was living in another country.
No, I did file for her in New York, and when I filed for her, she was back home in St. Lucia. So
that's not, you can't legally file for her for an interview in New York if she's in St. Lucia. So you filed an adjustment.
Yes. And then she was supposed to come up for the interview.
No, that's not how things work. If she's in St. Lucia, you file an I-130 visa petition, and she goes for an interview at the U.S. Embassy in Barbados. If she is living in New York, you file an adjustment application for her in New York, and she goes for an interview in New York. What there is not, right? Yeah. There is no. I live in St. Lucia, and I'm going to go for my interview in New York. That doesn't exist.
What happened is when how it started is I was living in New York, and then I moved to Canada. So I did have them to send a change of address. So when I moved to Canada, so she had to come for the interview. First they sent me a letter that said she had to come for the interview in New York. Then they said they made a mistake. Then she had to come for the interview in Montreal, because that's where they had. When I changed of address, that's where she had to go for the interview.
Okay, good. Okay, good. All right, good. So there was, if they said to schedule an interview in Montreal, even if that was still the inappropriate place to go, because it should have been Barbados, because that's where she was, at least there is an I-130 approved somewhere in this world. When did you file? When did you file for her?
I did file for her maybe about 10 years ago.
How old is she?
She's 24.
Okay, so I assume what happened was that the I-130 visa, you never went for the appointment, it was returned, and ultimately the appointment and the petition were ultimately denied because nobody moved on it for 10 years, and it was denied for lack of prosecution.
Exactly.
Okay, now what you can do, in situations where there was an I-130 approved and then it was ultimately terminated for lack of prosecution, you have to file a new I-130 visa petition, but what you can do is since you never finished that case, you can request the Immigration Service to give you that old priority date again. So even though
I do that?
yes, you do it through a lawyer. So even though you haven't,
We're just testing live. It's called parallel testing. Seriously, you have to do that. Go ahead.
can you shut that, please?
Go ahead.
All right. So even though you have to file a new I-130, you can ask for the old priority date from 10 years ago. So let's say hypothetically the priority date was 2004, 2005, or 2006, whatever it is. That would make her available for a visa immediately because they're up to 2010 for unmarried children of U.S. citizens. So, yeah, definitely come see us.
Definitely. So what you got to do is hold the line. All right?
All right, hold
Gonna
on
get you
one
up an appointment.
Yes, thank you.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. Once again, the name is Squeeze. The name is Brad. Flip it around, though. Brad and Squeeze. All right? And once again, tune in each and every single weekday at 9 a.m. and 12 noon. Okay? And I want to disclaim one little thing before we go to the next question. Someone said, see you later on in first class. I want to make it clear. When I'm in first class, that's points. All right? It's not from me being able to afford first class.
Points for you and say, ha-ha!
It's points. The reward points you get when you use
finger.
That's
when you use your credit card.
He goes in and points around and goes, ha-ha, look at me! Points!
It's like, these are reward points that you get when you use your credit card. Never ever charge a transaction that is not on a card.
This
you
is
get
a man.
and you can travel.
This is a man who drives a Ferrari
It says he can't afford
and says he can't afford first class. He has to use points. Yeah, right.
Why are you
This is a
ashamed?
man who has a home in Greenwich, Connecticut. But he can't afford first class. He has to use points.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Squeeze.
Yeah, right.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, you made it.
Mr. Bernstein.
Lean in.
Lead in.
Mr. Bernstein.
Yes.
Effective immediately.
Yeah, see it first class,
Do
Squeeze.
not give me your American Express for payment of anything anymore.
I will not.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just cut the check.
I will not.
All right.
It's better than cutting the cheese,
Just
right?
think when Brad, Brad, it's that time, man. Yeah, use your marketing. No.
will
Yeah, but
be.
I need the points. No points around here, man.
No. The only one pointing will be Squeeze from his first class seat.
And listen, folks, word to the wise: try to put every transaction on a credit card.
To do what? Build up your credit?
No,
That's not even good.
So after you can't afford the credit card,
no,
you're going to call USA
No.
Credit Repair.
No.
A chain reaction.
Yes.
Talking about
Thank
the
you,
transactions that you know you must do every month. Build up your points.
Squeeze. What's good for one is not good for the next.
That is absolutely true.
What's good for
Cat
you?
and dog don't have
What-
the same luck.
Yes.
You know that.
That's right.
Why can't I say puss on dog?
I didn't want to say puss. You know, I just
He
just
doesn't
said it.
say, she doesn't like to use the word puss.
What's wrong with
What?
puss?
Nothing is wrong with puss.
As long as you don't have the last part.
So if I say you're such a wonderful pussycat, is that a bad thing?
Why would you refer to me as a pussycat?
Because you're so charming, you're so sweet, you're
You say you're very charming and sweet
Would you
and
refer
lovable.
to me as that?
Ooh, what sugar. Let's get back to the show.
Yes, all right.
Let's get back to the show.
1-800-529-5465. Tisha.
Hey, Tisha.
Tisha's in shock right now. She's like, oh, we're actually doing immigration now? I can't believe it. All right. What's up?
Hi, my name is Tisha. I live in Connecticut. I'm in a very abusive relationship.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
And I want to walk away from the relationship, but I have a temporary green card, and I'm not sure what to do.
When you have a you mean you have a 2-year green card?
No, 2 year.
Okay. So what you do, okay, number 1, you walk away. Number 2, if you feel you will be followed, you get an order of protection immediately. Number 3, you should know and feel very, very, very confident that there are 2 very reasonable, rational ways that you can move forward from your 2-year card to your permanent green card without help of your husband who is being abusive. 1, you can show that it was a real marriage and you left because he is being abusive. Or 2, if you'd rather not get into all of that, and some people don't like to relive it, The other thing you can do is say it was a real marriage. I began my divorce. I am now fully divorced, and get your green card that way as well. Those are two perfectly legitimate ways to do it. There is absolutely no reason. You have no reason to be in a household and be abused, because there are ways to go about it with immigration that you can get your green card without your spouse.
Okay.
And if you need help,
I know she will need help.
we are here for you. Hold
Yeah.
on one second. So the answer is leave. Hold on.
You don't want to stay in that relationship.
Hold on.
No one deserves that. 1-800-529-5465. The name is David Squeeze Annakie. Don't wear it out, Mr. Bernstein. 1-800-529-5465.
The only thing I will wear out is the telephone number to USA Credit Repair.
You can wear that.
1-800-872-7177. When you listen to Squeeze and he says, put everything on the credit card, and then you can't afford to pay it at the end and your credit goes down, then you'll need to listen to Squeeze again.
That would be a true oxymoron,
to
you know?
call USA Credit Repair at 1-800-872.
Don't ever put anything in your car you know you genuinely cannot afford to ultimately
There
pay.
you go. There you go.
Don't.
There you go.
There's a quote. What is it? Don't buy anything you can't afford twice.
Jay-Z.
Right? Yeah, Jay-Z.
Yep. That's true.
Millennials.
Millennials.
I mean,
know.
Sean Carter has some legitimate knowledge to
think
drop, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Information from Jay-Z. That's great advice.
He's a pretty rich dude, so I would take financial
Just a
advice
little
from him,
rich.
right?
Just a little rich.
I mean, he did something right to get just a little rich. By the way, Squeeze, do you think Jay-Z uses his points also like you?
Of course he does. He uses his
You
points.
think he uses his
As a, no,
points?
as a matter of fact, he does.
Jay-Z has his own plane.
Yeah.
But he still uses his points.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
See you in first class, Squeeze. Oh no, I just use points.
He uses his points.
Call USA.
I'm serious.
Call USA Credit Repair 1-800-872-7177. And the big changes are coming, especially for social media. And we want to make sure we're giving the people what they want. So visit us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/SparBernstein and Twitter at SparBernstein. And tell us what you'd like to see on social media. Who wrote this?
Don't know. My handwriting's
Me.
not that good.
Okay.
That's you?
That's all me.
Oh.
Did you want me to read it or just kind of just parafrase it?
I mean, you can paraphrase
Thank
it.
you very
It's no page 21.
Oh, okay. I was. It says read, so I'm like, all right, I read it.
No, it's not. I'm not bringing the hammer down that hard.
Okay, fine, all right.
1-800-529-5465. You want to get to another call?
Yeah, it's actually funny. Kimberly says to me after, she goes, I just came to, kind of watch the show. And then I just noticed that people just kind of walk in and out of the Brad and Squeeze show and just randomly
It's
make
been going on
comments.
for about 20 years.
So she's like, I don't think any of these people were invited to make a comment. They just started commenting. So she said, you know what? I'm going to just start making comments too then. I said, yeah, that's basically how we roll, right?
That is exactly how we roll.
My only addendum was people just need to know who.
We never introduced anybody again.
Exactly.
Okay, so for example, today in the
Who
studio,
do we have in the room?
Today in the studio we have Kimberly, who is your first week here. Congratulations, you made it through.
Thank you.
Who is going to be managing the Spar and Bernstein social media campaigns that have not started, but will
Just
shortly
be very
happen.
good. You don't want to end up on the chopping block.
Right.
No.
We have a strong, manly guy by the name of Kyle, also known as social media guy, also known as
Love guru.
the strong, manly love guru.
Stand by, Tasha. Stand by,
Also
Tasha.
known as
Also known as Dave Chappelle Jr.
Sweet Sugar Manly Guru.
Does he have a show coming?
Man.
He has a show coming up, right?
Dave? Yeah, I have tickets. to
Yes.
see him.
I got to see that. Can you sell those tickets?
We also have little Nikki here, also known as
I
Empress
buy those
Nikki,
tickets, man.
Hi.
and Spielberg Jr.
Howdy.
That's who we got.
It's my birthday next month, dude.
Yes.
We are having two
Happy
different conversations.
birthday. Do we always do that?
Simultaneously.
Yeah. We had a third one on social media that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Yeah, somebody actually said that Jay-Z was having a baby, and then he upgraded to twins because of his points.
Hey.
Actually, Beyonce just released the first photos of the babies today. I saw. I looked; they were cute. I saw.
Sir and Jumi.
Is that their
Carter.
names?
Sir and Jumi
Rumi.
Carter. Rumi.
And the
What
other
is you?
child is Sir?
Sir.
What kind of name is that?
They're
Sir.
feminists, they won't have to
What
work,
kind of a
so it
name
doesn't
is
matter.
North? What kind of
Yeah,
name
I
is
didn't really like
No,
North.
Sir.
Blue?
North is cute. It grew on me.
North and
Can you
South is
imagine as he
terrible.
grows up and he just says, "Just Sir to you"? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
His parents don't like
Ridiculous
his
baby.
service.
I didn't see what their names were. That's
Tisha and
Rumi,
Tasha, stand by.
okay.
I'm really trying to get your calls answered.
Rumi,
okay? I'm really
Rumi,
trying. It's a
Rumi, I
squeeze
can-
here.
Rumi, I can-
Tasha, Eric, stand by.
Rumi's cute.
Rumi's cute.
Really trying.
Sir, yeah.
Sir, no.
Jennifer wants to know: are you and Squeeze both married?
Squeeze is not married.
Brad is not
Brad
married.
is not married. Strong, manly guy is not married. Little Nicky is not married.
one in this room is married.
No, I don't think Kimberly is. I never asked you, but I don't believe you're
Oh,
married.
God, no. Oh, God, no.
Every person in this room
is afraid of marriage.
A verse.
I'm not
I am not
Oh,
afraid
please.
of marriage. I was married. I'm now divorced. So I did it. I wasn't afraid. I jumped in.
That's the only virgin thing I've left in my life.
Excuse me?
That's the only virgin thing I've left in my life.
All right.
Yeah. Every person in this room is single.
Yeah.
Get
Okay,
married.
now.
That's the only thing I haven't done.
But except Kyle is common law married.
Kyle is common law married.
Oh yeah, it's been 10 years.
Yeah, we're going on 11, allegedly.
Good luck, my brother.
And then there's
Kyle?
Establishing
There's
an alibi.
Tamika, who's in the comments.
You have
wondering
lasted
what-
longer than most marriages.
That's true.
So congratulations.
I went through a black.
So the
president
answer is
sandwich.
You went through a what sandwich?
Black president sandwich.
What's a black president
There's two
sandwich?
ends, which is the white bread, and then you had the Barack in the middle.
Oh, that's bad.
I don't get it.
Yeah, the
I
black
missed
president.
it.
So George Bush and Donald Trump are
Right.
white. They're
Yeah.
the white bread. And Barack was the meat in the middle. So you said the black president sandwich.
That's how long we've been together.
Oh wow.
I don't know how that correlates.
Who the hell came up with that?
That was a bad one. That's a
Who
bad
the hell came up with that one? That was
That's bad.
that's not even bad. It's corny.
bad. That's
I'm
corny.
sorry for a comedian. That one is corny, man.
It's a phrase that we use in my community.
And by your community,
No,
you mean
no,
you and
it's-
your girlfriend?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
I
she
think
doesn't.
so because nobody's ever heard that one before.
Sandra Morris says, David, I like seeing your teeth. My daughter is graduating from Salem State University.
Are you kidding me?
My daughter is graduating
like to
from
see your
Salem
dentist.
State University. I am getting an invitation. Would the embassy grant me a visa? That's what
I like your
right
teeth.
there.
How do I get a visa?
That I have to confirm that is in fact what it says. That
It's true.
yeah,
You do have nice
David,
teeth, Squeeze.
I like seeing your teeth.
I don't really. It's hard for me to follow that with an answer.
Stop looking in my mouth.
I,
You know? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen,
But that's like
But
don't
you-
think of
can you
something else.
answer the immigration question? huh?
the question is, how do I get my daughter a visitor's visa?
Yeah.
And what she has to be able to.
No. How does she get a visitor's visa?
Correct, the child.
Because her daughter is graduating from Salem University.
Here
Yes. So
In
evidently Sandra is
Massachusetts.
not here in the United States.
in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
The town famous for the witch trials.
Yes.
In
And the movie,
Massachusetts.
and the movie.
And the movie.
Yeah.
And a very bad museum.
What's the
there.
answer?
Have you ever been to the Salem Witch Trial Museum? I wouldn't get off the highway for that one. Just letting you know. My
Okay.
little.
So let's get back.
I feel like I need
Would
to go
you get?
now.
How does Sandra Morris gets her visitor's visa to go visit her daughter graduating
she has
from this
to- she
wonderful
has to
university?
show she's leaving America.
So wouldn't it be a good idea for her to book
a hotel room.
Okay, book a hotel room.
Right, for a few
Get the
days.
invitation from her daughter's university.
University just for a few days.
Right.
Show a return plane ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure the return plane ticket is refundable in case you don't get the
Right.
visa, and show every reason you can possibly
And
come
show
up
proof
with
that you've been communicating with her daughter.
No.
that
Show
time you-
every scenario that you can come up with while you're returning. You have a job waiting for you. You can't spend more than a week in the
Mm-hmm. Right.
United States because the job said only a week. I don't know what it is. Property, other family, every scenario is different.
Right.
Show that you're returning.
All right, no problem.
I actually have an immigration question,
Okay.
and I'm learning.
And you're an American.
And I am an American.
Okay.
And when does someone
What's his name?
need to?
Exactly.
I've agreed to marry someone.
Right. Let's say
Hypothetically.
hypothetically somebody.
Hypothetically.
My friend fell in love with this guy in Greece.
I would never. No. why? What is the difference of somebody just coming on vacation and for someone to need a visitor's visa? Like,
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
oh, it's.
It's
Visitor's
your
visa.
vacation visa.
But so then, do you need to apply for that in advance?
Yes. Guess what?
But they have
You
another
see,
name
this
for
is-
it. What's
you
the
see,
what's the real name for it?
B1, B2 visa?
There you go.
But this is where Americans are like don't understand how
Super ignorant. on it.
ignorance of Americans.
Yeah.
Okay. If you as an American, okay, can go visit almost any country in the world without a visitor's visa, and the reason is because it is very, very rare that an American will go and work and live illegally in another country. Not that it doesn't happen. It does happen, but it's rare. Almost 99.9% of Americans, after they have traveled somewhere else, want to come back to America. That is not the same for the rest of the world. Many people from the rest of the world want to come and live here forever. So they have to interview. America can't just say, come on a plane and come, although they do it with many countries. They do it with countries where statistically less than, I think, 2% of the population overstay their time that they're allowed. So, for example, UK, France, Germany, they have what's called the ESTA visa, where you can just go online and apply for it. And basically, the online application is really not to show whether you intend to stay here or not. It's really just more of a security check.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, for people, like, say, for example, from Jamaica or Trinidad or almost every non-westernized, not that Jamaica is not a westernized country, more industrialized countries, their populations have a larger percentage who would come to America and stay and live.
Gotcha.
So as a result of that, not to say everybody is, but there is a group that would, and it's more than 2% of the population who would apply for a visa. And as a result of that, because they have these statistics, and as a result of that, they have to interview each person to determine whether or not they are truly coming to visit, or if they are truly coming here to do something else, such as work or live here on a more permanent basis, even illegally.
I gotcha. Wow, I had no idea.
So the best way
Kim, you
to
get to do
get
that. Come on.
the best way to get the visitor's visa is to show you're really a tourist. So everybody's always getting invitation letters to go live with their friends or their family member, and I'm going to stay in somebody's home. Well, then how does the government not know you're going to end up just living in that home forever? One thing you're not going to do is live in a hotel forever.
Right.
So if you have a hotel reservation for a week or two, and you can show an itinerary of what you're doing and a return plane ticket, you're going a long way to showing you're really a visitor. That's not to say people who make a hotel room don't stay here for 2 weeks and then never get on the plane to go home. You still have to be able to show you have a reason to return. So what the embassy uses is they use these legal terms like what are your ties, and it makes sense, but it's actually a legal term. What are your ties to your home country? Basically saying what if you are a magnet, what is bringing you back to that home country? What is making you return? Do you have a good job? People who have good jobs are more likely to return. Why would you leave a really good job in your country where you're making a lot of money or making a decent living to now go live out of status in America? If you don't have a good job or you have no job, well, then you got nothing to lose.
Yeah, that makes
Those
sense.
people are less likely to get visas. Do you live in a more upscale neighborhood? People who live in more upscale neighborhoods are not going to abandon their property because it has some value to it.
So they're profiling.
Correct. People who live in less upscale neighborhoods don't have as much of a value to their property.
So they're profiling.
Exactly. So they don't really care whether they leave their property or not, and it goes abandoned.
It's really true, though, what you're saying.
Abandoned property in certain areas of
That
this
happens
world
a lot in Jamaica.
abandoned property in certain areas of the world, whether you kept the property or not, there's no difference in value. You didn't lose anything. All right. They have statistics on being single versus being married, being single and being married and having children. People who are single are more likely to stay. People who are married with children are less likely to stay and go back to their spouse and their children. Not to say that people who are married don't stay here and then don't see their spouses for a decade. I have seen that as well. I'm just telling you statistically. And then in the end, it may come down to how do you look to the officer? Do you look nervous? Do you look shifty? When they ask you questions, do you look like you're trying to evade questions? More comfortable and casual that what you're saying is the truth. They will make those determinations ahead of time. Or do you look? Sometimes you end up going to the embassy for your visitor's visa, and the officer takes your papers, looks at you for 5 seconds, and sends you on your way. And you say, what the heck happened? They didn't even ask me anything. Well, it's because they already looked at your application ahead of time and said there's nothing in the world that you're going to say to us that's going to make me change my mind and give you a visitor's visa. And it may very well be because of the job you have or the area in which you live, or your age, or the fact that you're single, or the fact that you're not leaving children behind.
That was
you are.
Enlightening. That was because all my family's in Belgium, and so.
But Belgium, you can
they
get
have
on.
ESTA visas.
They have ESTA visas, right? And you would think, in your Americanized, ignorant mind, and and when we say ignorant,
you're not supposed to use the word. I am throwing it back at you.
I understand
you
that.
But
she's agreeing. She's ignorant.
Stop. You lambasted the crap out of me the other day. Told me not to use the word ignorant because
some people may be insulted.
So do not use it.
Did you get insulted that I called you ignorant?
No, but I'm not easily insulted.
No, but also I know she's a smart lady. So we have already had.
So what are you trying to say?
Because I've already hired her into a position where you need a smart lady.
Anyone else that hears the word ignorant does not know it mean not having knowledge?
No.
Are you trying to say people are not smart?
No, what I'm saying is that some people.
I'm doing it back to you.
Some people who don't know how I already feel about them, and the first words that come out of my mouth are, "You are ignorant," would take that as insulting. That's what I was trying to say.
You're ignorant.
I wouldn't.
Yes. And what do they say down south? Did you say, Kyle?
Ignorant.
Ignorant.
That's I just said it.
You are ignorant.
Squeeze try.
But Brad, don't do it. Don't do it.
Right.
It's ignorant, right? That's what we say in North Carolina. Ignorant. Yeah.
Right. Not and that's
you're
basically showing. And that's basically
showing
Long
Island boy, man. Don't say
right. Somebody who uses that word would be showing their ignorance.
Right.
Right.
Ignorance.
All right.
By the way, we have Adam Rossell here,
and we have callers on hold. Oh, Adam, you're an important part of this organization. You're a managing attorney here. You get people a ton of money when it comes to construction cases.
Sit in Little Nicky, you can sit in Little Nicky. Yeah, Kimberly's. Okay, fine.
I'd like to have Adam on camera.
Yeah, that would be a smart idea.
Yes.
See, I rather Kimberly.
And I'm not giving him my seat.
All right, let's go to Tasha.
Tasha, you've been waiting a while, and I've been trying to get you on. Here you are.
Oh, my God.
Yes. You heard me fighting for you, though, right?
Yes, I did.
I want you to know something. If you did, it was in your imagination only because I didn't hear Squeeze say one thing about you. But you got.
Yes, he did.
What did he say?
I kept calling him.
I'm trying to get you in. Me and some other guy, Omaha.
Eric,
yeah. Yep. Yes, he did 2 times.
Yep. Selectively, you do not hear, Brad.
Did you hear this, Kyle?
I'm having a conversation in the comments.
Okay.
You can ask Eric when you get to him.
Tasha, what's up?
Okay, Brad. My question is this. I came in to see you February, right? But I didn't have a case at the time. So now I have a case. I want to come and see you. Do I have to pay for consultation again?
Yes. That's how life works, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
All right, thank you.
All right.
I'm sorry too, Tasha.
The way the consultations work is that if you come for a consultation, the consultation is for our time. Okay, so you have to understand what you're paying for. you're paying for our time. You know, we'll sit and talk with you. Okay, but then if we were to give you another consultation and not charge you, then you're not.
Yeah, but you're missing the best
you're
part.
not paying for our time.
If she was to hire you, then the consultation is waived.
Absolutely free.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There you go. I've got to put that in.
I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Okay.
And what we do is what we recognize sometimes is that people may remember questions later on during that day, during the next day, 2 days later, 3 days later, and that would be unfair to punish them to say, I will not answer any more of your questions because your consultation was 3 days ago. So what our policy is that you have a consultation with us, and then if you have additional questions, concerns, or whatever it may be, you are free to come back to our office absolutely for free over 1 week to ask more questions, or call us on the telephone and ask us more questions. So that consultation actually can go on for up to 1 week.
How much is the consultation fee? Someone wants to know.
It's $100 to see any of the managing attorneys in the office. It's $150 from me.
Okay.
But if you hire us, you don't pay a consultation. So in other words, if you say, oh, I came about this case, for example, Tasha's calling about this case. I have a case now.
Right.
She's hiring us. She pays us X amount of dollars. We don't charge her a consultation.
There you go. Tasha, you got that?
That's how it works. Let's go to Eric. Eric. And then we're going to get to Russell.
Eric. It's been waiting.
Yes, hello?
Hey, you heard me trying to get you in earlier, right? This is Squeeze.
Yes, please. What's up, boss?
What's your question for Brad?
Yeah, my question is, I'm a U.S. permanent resident, a Jamaican citizen. My passport has expired 2014. I've been here still 2 years since I haven't been back to Jamaica. About a ticket to go down. Actually, I tried to renew my visa. I have my passport here, but I didn't have my original birth certificate, copies. So now I'm trying to go back to Jamaica to do everything, get it all done. So I already buy my ticket to go home, to go down around the 19th. So I'm just asking if you think we're going to have a problem going back to Jamaica.
Yes, because you need a valid passport to get on an airplane. So what you're going to need to do, is you need to be able to get somebody down in Jamaica to send up your birth certificate. And then apply here. But they're not going to letting you on the plane without a passport. Yeah, come see me. Come see me.
But I already have a ticket.
I understand, but Eric, I feel for you. I'm just telling you the reality. No passport, no entry onto a plane. That's how it works.
Unless you're traveling locally.
All right. No, I'm saying international travel. Hold on. He needs help.
Once again, the number is 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. Once again, welcome all to the Brad and Squeeze Show, where we answer legal questions on this wonderful show here, heard 9 a.m. and 12 noon each and every single weekday. Want to say thanks to, of course, my good friend, Adam Russell, managing attorney here in the personal injury department, who have sought millions of dollars.
Why do you look so angry today, Adam?
I'm just listening intently to this eloquent introduction.
You look so angry.
I tried to.
No.
Were you like arguing with somebody beforehand?
I was fighting zealously for our clients.
All right.
That's good.
All right, now he's happy again.
Thank you, Brad. Brad has a way about him of just kind of lightening things up.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but he came in like he was ready to
You want to put me on this microphone? Let's go. As you were saying, Squeeze.
Yes.
I apologize.
Yes.
I lost my train of thought.
You were talking about how wonderful I am in the department and what we're doing.
Yes, I know. And you have sought millions of dollars for clients in the past, and we do appreciate the work that you've been doing assiduously at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein.
Okay.
And we know you are, as you noted before, extremely zealous in the client's favor
this
and
is
at
true.
all times.
Not only zealous, but also very diligent. As a matter of fact, I was just meeting
and persistent.
I was just meeting.
For consistency.
I was just meeting with one of our, going, through, we meet, with the people who work here every so often. That's part of my job. Okay, not just being on the radio, and actually, she was telling me she works in the personal injury department. She goes, you don't realize how careful Adam is to make sure everything is done perfectly, perfect. The quality of work that's coming out here is so respected by every side, and I hear it and I see it. And she was actually giving you a compliment. I didn't even ask for it.
Well, that's great, and she does great work too. I know exactly who you're speaking about.
Yeah, because I told you that she complimented you.
Yes, you did.
Right.
And
by the way, Squeeze, we're going to be having an announcement soon from the personal injury department. I have a feeling that in the next few weeks somebody's going to be very, 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 very.
Don't jinx it.
Right, we won't.
Don't jinx it.
But someone's going to be very.
We're
very,
working
very,
hard.
Very, 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 very happy.
And you're right when you say that we
I got tongue-tied just thinking about how happy they were going to be.
when we get to these moments where we can deliver for our clients in a big way, we don't get there by accident. It really does. You have to lead with precision. You have to be aggressive. And when you send out documents from this office, when you go to court on behalf of this office, you have to communicate to the other side that you are on top of it, you are sharp, you have an attention to detail, and you're not going to leave any stone unturned. So when you have the law firm that there's spelling mistakes in things, and everything's going out late, and they need extension after an extension, that sends a message to the other side.
But by the way, Adam.
Yes, Brad.
A Jennifer Schwiegel
Okay.
says she had an accident 18 years ago, and Mutual of Omaha is refusing to pay her after being approved by
Schwiegel.
Social Security. I'm not sure what that means.
It makes two of us.
Right.
Yeah, 18 years ago is a long
Statute
time
of
ago.
limita- Maybe
Yes.
she settled it and there was a lien.
I don't know. But I don't know what Social Security would have to do with
I
that.
don't know either.
So she can always call and tell us her story, and we can dig deeper into it. If we can help, we always help.
By the way, for accident cases, Squeeze, I think you're well aware of this. Okay, I mean, if you want somebody who's going to fight really hard for you, who's going to be very diligent, you should have our telephone number saved. And for personal injury, I personally, not only do I recommend Adam Russell, I am his client as well. I got into an accident.
I know that.
And who did I go to? I could have went to any lawyer in the world. I went to Adam Russell. Or Russell, as we like to call him.
And are we working hard on your case?
Yes, you are.
Exactly.
Yes, you are.
Like any other client. I always tell him that.
Correct.
As I treat you like we treat all of our wonderful
Very
clients,
important.
Mr.
All right,
Bernstein.
Squeeze, I'm going to let you take over.
Thank you all so much for letting me get back in my own show.
Yes, thank you.
So, thank you so much, Mr. Russell. All right. But on a serious note, it's 12 minutes before the hour. Every single one of you tuning into this radio show on the web, on your social media platform, on 93.5. I know we don't ever think that we're going to get into an accident, whether it be an automobile accident. And a lot of us immigrants, we work in the construction industry. In my opinion, you need to have the number for Adam Russell, our personal injury attorney. And of course, the number happens to be, hold up. You are all going to do me a favor, well, do myself and the law offices of Spar and Bernstein a favor. Dial the number, let it ring for 15 seconds to demonstrate to all of our witnesses in the room here, which I'm still trying to figure out what everyone does, all right, that you are actually saving the number. And that number happens to be 1-800-529 5465. I got to do it slow.
I thought you forgot it.
No. I left something here. I got to do it slow.
That's why Squeeze just gave me he's sticking a 20
Right.
thing, you know?
1-800-529-5465. Every single one of you, dial the number, save the number. One day, you will have an accident, or someone you know will have an accident.
That will happen.
You will need the number. And I may not answer my phone at 2 and 3 in the morning, which I normally do anyway, where you're calling me because you know my number to give you the number for the law offices of Spar Bernstein or Adam Russell. So, if you want a maximum compensation, in my opinion, once again, go for the man who goes for the maximum. He goes for the juggler. And his name is Adam Russell in the personal injury department. People do get hurt, regardless of your status here in the United States. If you have no green card, no citizenship, you're here illegally, as they say, still. Dial the number, let it ring 15 seconds, and save the damn number. You're going to need it in the future. 1-800-529-5465. Give it to your friends. 1-800-529-5465. Give it to your family. 1-800-529-5465. Give it to your foes.
There it is. I was waiting for that.
1-800-529-5465. Save the number. It's going to happen one day. We always think that bad things cannot happen to us. It happens, and you better be prepared. Scout motto. 1-800-529-5465. Dial the number, save the number, and once again, you get into an accident, especially construction accidents, you call Adam Russell. 1-800-529-5465. There you have it.
Very good, page 23.
I tried.
That was a very good page 23.
And speaking about bad things,
yes.
Sometimes some of us do bad things. Sometimes bad things happen to some of us in the criminal defense area too.
Correct.
Same number, 1-800-LawLink, 1-800-529-5465. Yeah, criminal defense.
I just wanted to say, I was thinking about this, looking over some cases yesterday. You say we work on construction cases. That is absolutely correct. We are a firm to go to for construction. I looked at all the different trades that we represent. If everybody got better, and not everybody does, but if everybody got better, we could build a whole building with our clients. I'm serious. We have a whole crew.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah.
Wow.
Do we have the roofer?
We have the roofer. We have welders. We have laborers.
Have
we have
scaffolding
carpenters.
guys?
We have the plumber?
We have a plumber.
You got a scaffolding guy?
We do.
Okay.
You got the carpenter?
Carpenter.
Got the framer?
Got the framer. That's the carpenter.
What about the guy who digs the
excavators?
There's one person who
we got him.
You have an excavator.
We got an
Got
excavator.
the architect?
Well, no, the architect's different. They don't build. They design.
But there are architects who fall sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
We're like Godfather. You know, there may come a time in the future where you could do a favor for me.
This
That's
is true.
right. Right. You know, you can imagine, like, all of a sudden, like, you know, Squeeze is like the Godfather, actually. You know, I'm thinking about it.
Now, I'm thinking about opening up a construction business
I would
now.
never, ever rip up this contract that I have with Squeeze. I don't know. I would get like a horse head in my bed or something.
I
don't
gave
know.
Brad an offer he could not refuse.
That's right.
Yes. Squeeze would also never, like, get angry to your face. He'd be like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Exactly.
We'll see.
Like,
And
it's
then
okay.
he just uses his points and the problem solved.
Yeah. I'll show you. I'm going to use my points.
I'm going to use my points.
And I'll give any to you.
Did you get points?
I'm like, what?
If you weren't listening to the show earlier, you wouldn't get it.
Squeeze says he only flies first class when he uses points. And nobody believed him.
He's the point man.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Listen, there was no first class on JetBlue coming back.
What's in your wallet?
Exactly.
All right. Let's go
Points.
to Richie quickly. Richie.
Richie, what's up?
Yes, Brad. Good afternoon. I'd like to know what's the difference between a conviction and a dismiss case.
You've just said it. One case was dismissed, and one case you have a conviction.
All right. The main question is, can immigration officer use it the dismiss case against you though?
They can't use it to deport you.
What, they want to know you were
They
arrested?
can't use it to exclude you from the United States unless it was for some sort of conspiracy to distribute drugs. Then that's a different story. They can use a case that was dismissed against you in any proceeding where you may have to be able to prove good moral character. That's different than getting deported or excluded from the United States because of a conviction. You know, everything goes towards your good moral character. An arrest can be negative towards your good moral character.
So if you got a domestic violence within the last 2 years and you want to go for your citizenship,
It could go against, correct. It could go against your good moral character, correct.
Oh, okay.
All right, so make it. I think you need to come see me. I think you should see me. Hold on. That's what I think you should do. Hold on.
1-800-529-5465. Social media guy.
All right, we have a bunch of questions. Lightning round. My daughter is in a different state than me. How will that affect anything when adjusting her status? I just got married to a U.S. citizen, and she is currently visiting other family here for the summer.
Well, as long as ultimately she's going to be living with you, it's fine.
Okay. Let's go to Chase on the that's been waiting 11 minutes, then we'll come back to SMG, and then we'll go back.
Chase.
So, rapid answer.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bernstein. You were explaining something about how and why people get visas, before you were rudely interrupted by Squeeze. This is like the second time that when you're explaining something, eloquently, he interrupts you with nonsense. Can you continue? The young lady was stating that she had family in Belgium, and you were saying our American ignorant minds, and then the word ignorant, I don't know why he's so obsessed with it. Can you continue explaining what you were explaining before?
What I was saying, and by the way, I think you and Squeeze need to have a sit down at some point and work things out.
I can't speak with Squeeze. Squeeze thinks he's above everyone. I'd rather speak with you. You seem more down to earth.
Okay. All right. Hold on. I will be happy to tell you, but I will also, I have to defend Squeeze in a way here because, Squeeze adds a lot to the show. Without Squeeze, the show is boring.
No, she reserves the right to say whatever she feels.
And there are people who don't like me as well.
I second that, Brad. I totally agree with you, Squeeze. We love Squeeze.
Right. No. This is America, and there's something called freedom of speech.
But let me.
And I do agree with her.
Okay, but let me.
She reserves that right.
All right, but let me finish, and then we'll get back to defending Squeeze. So, what I was saying is that from Belgium and from certain countries that are on the ESTA visa. Those are countries that have less than 2% of the population statistically that will overstay on a visa. They can apply online, and the application online is really a security check. But as long as you're a citizen of that particular country, Belgium, France, UK, Japan, Germany, I know there was a big deal recently, only because I had visited Romania a few years ago.
Lithuania.
That Romania wanted to be on the ESTA visa, but they couldn't show statistically that Romanians wouldn't overstay. I don't believe. I know there's no African countries that I'm aware of that are on that. Maybe South Africa could be. I don't know off the top of my head. That would be the only one that I can think of that may be.
Morocco?
No, Morocco. No. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it for Morocco. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a list somewhere, but that's basically how it works.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I just wanted to say thanks to Chase, who I actually pushed to get on the radio to get her question in.
Yes.
Fought for her to get her in, and she eloquently, the word that's been thrown around today, she eloquently lambasted me. But sometimes I need some licks, and I'll take my licks.
Wow, you're doing this as a gentleman, Squeeze.
I am a gentleman.
You did. Yes. You interrupted the lightning round for her.
Yes.
You did?
Woman and a scholar.
Yeah. Although I fought to get her on the radio.
You did?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the
But everybody was talking about everything else, but that's okay.
Let's do the lightning round.
My daughter is here on filing. She's automatically a citizen. Her father is military. He became citizen after she was born.
I don't know. I was just expressing my love for Squeeze.
Okay,
Could you clear up? I'm sorry, Kyle.
The love, but it's not love. Just we love him.
Yeah.
I want to make sure we know what love we're talking about.
Could you clear up for Xavier? He's saying as a Jamaican citizen, they can't be denied from entering the country if their passport is expired. He's saying that you can enter Jamaica on an expired passport.
Absolutely. Good luck getting on the airplane.
But you can't.
Good luck getting on the airplane is what I'm saying. Okay. All right. The airplane will not take you. That is FCC regulations. They will not get you on the airplane.
I want to say thanks to everybody showing their love for me.
I'm sorry?
FAA.
FAA.
What did I say? The FCC?
Yes.
Thank you. The FAA, as I was making it very clear, will not. The FCC could care less.
Incidentally, we don't want to break any laws. Can we do something in accordance with the FCC?
Yes.
Make it legal?
We'll be back Monday at 9.
Mm-hmm. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LawLink. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LawLink. That's 1-800-529-5465.